my father gave me his watch. I can still hear him say, "It's a Vacheron Constantin." You know, they've been existing for quite a long time. Watchmakers for 250 years. 250 years of uninterrupted history. It has always impressed me. My father told me the story. It all started in Geneva, near the Rhone River. To me, Geneva was a city, a mountain range, and a lake, like a jewel case. On that day, I was going to Geneva. I wanted to have my watch appraised, and I wanted to have it serviced. My father had always told me to take great care of it.
Voie 2, ICN pour Genève Aéroport, en voiture s'il vous plaît.
As I was walking across the old Saint-Gervais area, I thought of the watchmakers that had settled there in the 18th century. They were called the cabinotiers. I tried to imagine which facade had once housed the first workshops. In 1755, Jean-Marc Vacheron, a man of culture as well as a master watchmaker, hired his first apprentice. This was the Active Foundation, 250 years ago. In my memory, I see this watch, the first one Vacheron ever signed. The expansion started with Jacques Barthélemy Vacheron. First Italy, with Milan, Turin, Florence or Genoa. During one of his travels, Jacques Barthélemy met François Constantin. They became partners in 1819 and created their company, Vacheron Constantin. From then on, all the watches would bear their double signature. With the two of them, the standards were higher than ever. The technical sophistication and the superlative hand finish produced precious watches that brought back all my childhood memories. An 1828 watch with enameled decorations, so thin. An 1839 watch engraved with a Moorish star. In 1844, they settled in the Tour de Lille. This is a relic of Geneva's former episcopal castle, which dates back to the 13th century. Encouraged by success, the brand carried on its expansion. It achieved a worldwide presence in France, England, Belgium, Egypt, India, China, Brazil, and the United States. Still in Geneva, in 1875, a new change of address for the brand, which chose the Quai des Moulins, next to the Tour de Lille, just across the street. To this day, it's the brand's historical building and has just been renovated. My meeting was taking place there. watch had been crafted in 1953. Its very typical square shape ensured its enduring success. In 2002, inspired by this watch, a model named Toledo was launched. While my watch was being serviced, I tried to immerse myself in the spirit of this place which had witnessed history in the making. During the Belle Epoque, the transport revolution put the whole world within reach. We could now dream farther and faster, and Vacheron Constantin know-how seduced the Wright brothers, pioneers in the adventure of aviation. How many celebrities then crossed the threshold of the famous watchmaker? Bhupinder Singh, Maharaja of Patiala, Henry James, Monet, Peter I of Serbia, King Fuad I and King Farouk of Egypt were all part of the client list Vacheron Constantin was envied for. In order to satisfy its prestigious clients, the brand never stopped inventing, never stopped encouraging technical prowess and aesthetic concerns that mirrored its craftsmanship and know-how. All this I found on the first floor, where the collection of antique watches is exhibited. I relished slowly moving from one watch to the next. Something very soon became obvious to me. Vacheron Constantin remains faithful to its motto, do better if possible, and that is always possible. This is how the brand won the competitions organized by Geneva Observatory and registered new records of precision. Its prestige was immense when it invented a portable chronograph which, among other things, measured the performance of the competitors who took part in several automobile Grand Prix in Bern. The appraisal was going to take more time. I had the chance to go to Plan-les-Ouates to visit Vacheron Constantin's new manufacture. It was brand new and built in the shape of a Maltese cross cut in half, an architectural allusion to the emblem chosen in 1880. I held my breath, thinking of these ancient skills, of the extreme precision, the attention given to the minutest detail. approach hadn't changed in 250 years. That acute sense of innovation, which drove them forward into modern times, had been kept intact. I was delighted to recognize the same spirit in the watches that had recently been created. The same inspiration, the same will were still there. I was lucky at the manufacture. I saw the finishing stages in the making of the Toledo. I have never believed in coincidence. As I returned to the shop, I knew I had to make a quick decision. I had just been offered an exchange. If I agreed, I could leave with the Toledo I had just seen being crafted at the manufacture. I was moved. My father's watch now deserved to become part of the house's fine collection. I had made my decision. Could my father ever have imagined that his watch would one day be part of the VACHERON Constantin Heritage Collection?